Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and to the weekend MMO news drop. Let's get straight to it, beginning with New World. Some pretty big announcements have dropped for Amazon Game Studios' flagship MMO, and up first is the release date for the game's next big update. Brimstone Sands will be coming to the game on October 18, letting adventurers check out this massive new zone which features all new content, including the Heart Gem system, the new Greatsword weapon, a revamped starting experience, new expeditions, and of course quests. For new and returning players, the game has also turned on an XP boost event until the 17th, so take advantage of that and get to 60 if you haven't already before the new update arrives. There's also an official update on Fresh Start servers, which the community has been asking for. They will be arriving on November 2nd, and each region will get at least one Fresh Start server, while all players will be granted a third character slot, so you won't need to delete any existing ones in order to play on a Fresh Start server and check out all the new changes to the early leveling, the story, and more. So, will you be returning to New World for the update or Fresh Start servers? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. In Guild Wars 2, ArenaNet has revealed their Fall and Winter 2022 roadmap this past week, detailing what Tyrians can expect for the rest of the year. We've already had a big competitive profession balance update this past week on the 4th, so here's a summary for what's coming next. World vs. World Restructuring Beta number 6 will take place on the 14th this month, followed by the Halloween event on the 18th. For PvEers, the next big content drop will be on November 8, with Living World Season 1 Episode 5, The Battle for Lion's Arch. There's also a new strike mission, The Old Lion's Court. The end of November will see the PvE Profession Balance update, Primordius Legendary Skin variants, and the challenge mode of the new strike. Rounding up the roadmap is the Winter's Day Festival in December. The roadmap unfortunately doesn't mention anything about advancing the narrative after the Kanta expansion, which I thought would happen this year in the form of a new Living World season or a prologue. Well, hopefully we'll be treated to a surprise before the year ends. Another MMO that dropped their roadmap for the rest of 2022 is Lost Ark. To summarize it briefly for you folks, this month's Mystic Abyss raid, Akkad's Trial Guardian, and Inferno Vicus Legion raids aren't all that's coming. Players will also be getting some Halloween content, the Ark Pass Season 2, and Proving Ground Season 2. In November and December is where more good fun arrives, with the launch of the Reaper and Summoner Advanced classes respectively, in addition to more raids, stronghold improvements, and the tripod transfer system. Folks will definitely be busy heading into 2023, and you can learn more in the post pinned down below. Also, a quick PSA, another round of server mergers are incoming for Lost Ark, so be sure to check out the official website for the details. Next up, for the Elder Scrolls Online players waiting to hear what else is coming with the upcoming Firesong DLC, this week ZeniMax Online Studios has revealed that in addition to the story finale of the year-long Breton Saga and new zone, players will also be getting a new Tales of Tribute deck and patron. For non-High Isle chapter owners, this is an update to the card game that launched with High Isle specifically, which you may or may not like. For those that do dabble in the card game, you will be getting the Druid King, a thematic choice to fit the Firesong DLC narrative. This deck introduces a new while in play mechanic and features combo-heavy gameplay compared to the other decks. Tribute players will need to unlock it first though, and deck fragments will drop from exploring delves, volcanic events, and more. For a deep dive on the creation of the deck, check it out on the official website. Onward we go to Blade and Soul, and mounts are coming to the game this month with the Symphony of Destruction update. 2 horses will be available and can be unlocked via Treasure Trove for players level 60 and up, and they have infinite wind walking, which means you're moving at full speed all the time. Mounts are allowed almost everywhere except in dungeons and instances, and in an hour-long dev stream this week, we got a preview of what they'll look like and play like alongside a sneak peek at the new class, the Musician. You can check out the stream to learn more, and as a reminder, the update goes live on October 12th. For something new now, let's talk about Cinderstone Online next. Cinderstone Online is a chibi-style open-world MMORPG that wrapped up its open beta last month and have launched into closed beta. If you're attracted to the bright colors and the art style, you'll be glad to know that under that skin is a pretty fleshed out game containing guild progression with castles and battles, a home system where you can grow crops and more, on top of all the adventures you'll be having in the open world with your friends cross-platform. The game will be available on Steam at a future date, but for now, if you want to jump into the CBT, Founders Packs are available on the official website, linked down below. Now let's get to some news that you might have missed. If you have an itch to return to play some old school RuneScape, you've picked the right month, because old school RuneScape will be launching fresh start servers on the 19th. Running for 6 months total, the Fresh Start service offers returning and new players that classic RuneScape experience in worlds that has brand new economy and high scores waiting to be claimed. Once the 6 months are up, your characters will be transferred off these Fresh Start servers onto a main game server. Now, does anybody remember Echo of Souls? This free-to-play MMORPG has had a stop-start relationship in the West through multiple publishers and rebrands over the past 5 years, with names like Echo of Souls Awakening, Kingdoms, EOS the Red, and EOS the Blue, so one of them might sound familiar to you. Well, the game is back yet again after Papaya Play acquired the publishing rights from Gamigo, and it has relaunched as Echo of Soul Ragnarok. Launching late last month, players can still transfer their Gamigo accounts over to Papaya Play and continue their adventures, or start a new character and enjoy all the return events on offer. And lastly, we arrive to the not-so-MMORPG section to talk about the Secret World. No, unfortunately, it's not getting another relaunch or new content, sadly, but players that do love the lore and IP can still enjoy it in a new format, in the form of a tabletop RPG. This week, Star Anvil launched their Kickstarter campaign of the Secret World tabletop RPG, and it smashed its funding goal on the first day itself. The RPG will be available in print or digital and features all new stories separate from the MMORPG, written by its former writer, Joshua Deitch. I totally butchered his name there, I think. Anyway, if you're a fan of the Secret World's lore and atmosphere and characters and you want to get yourself a copy, check out the Kickstarter page where you still have plenty of time to back the project. Shame we won't ever see anything new in the form of the MMORPG, as it's one of my personal favorites of all time, but hey, at least the IP is still seeing some new iterations. And that's all I've got for now, folks. If there's news for a game you play that's not covered here this week, do share what's going on with the rest of us down in the comments. In the meantime, hit that like button for the love of MMOs and do subscribe for more content. Enjoy your weekend, folks. Once again, I'm Adrian, and I thank you for watching.